The School of Communication is the largest unit in the College of Arts and Sciences. We have over 800 undergraduate students who are capturing degrees in four major areas, include communication studies, mass media, journalism, and public relations. We also have the only communication studies teacher education program on a public university campus in the state of Illinois, and we're very proud of having that program.
COM 110 is entitled Communication as Critical Inquiry, and it's one of two courses that all students at Illinois State University come through and take in their first year at the university. They take Communication as Critical Inquiry, which is our course, and Composition as Critical Inquiry. But they'll also understand how communication works and how they can adapt their messages for different audiences. And so while they get to give their presentations in the classroom of 23 students and they learn how to adapt their message to that audience, they can take some of the researching skills, some of the critical thinking skills, some of the organizational skills that they learn in the context of the classroom to becoming better communicators as they interview for jobs or as they do public presentations or business presentations, and as they enter their professional lives.
Communication studies is an area of communication that looks predominantly at face-to-face communication. That can be anything from public speech, the idea of rhetoric or persuading people, to specific areas or contexts of communication like small group communication, organizational communication, gender and communication, and so on. Specifically, the area has three main divisions. One of them is interpersonal communication, which focuses on any aspect of face-to-face sharing like persuasion, communication in relationships and families, and so on. The second main area is organizational communication, which deals with things such as leadership, small group communication, presentations in the organizational setting, interviewing, and so on. And the third area focuses specifically on political communication, which would deal with political campaigns, analyzing the way that candidates might present a speech, political issues, social issues, and so on. The main organizations for COM studies include COMM, which is the Communication Opportunities for Majors and Minors, and really that's an organization for all communication majors, and also the Honors Student Organization, the Lambda Pi Eta, which is also open to all majors. Beyond that, COM studies doesn't really have its own special area, aside from other organizations in the department that the students can join.
Public Relations is one of the majors in the School of Communication. It was instituted 25 years ago as a major, and it's a very important major in universities today. It's a very popular major. We are the only university in the state of Illinois that has a formal major in public relations, and there aren't that many even around the country that are formal majors in PR. We're very proud of the quality of our students.
I think that really goes to our faculty. They've all had a lot of real-world experience in the PR field, whether it's in a corporation or they do their own side work or agency work. Having their real-life experience translates well into the classroom, and we get a lot of great advice and real-world experiences and examples when we're learning some of the concepts.
The major actually, while it seems specific to PR, is very flexible. It's obviously going to prepare people for careers in public relations, either at the agency level or working in-house for a corporation. So students, students who are interested in either one of those directions, they're prepared to do that.
Well, we have a general master's program that focuses on communication theory and research. All of our graduate seminars have a common theme to them. They expose students to latest theoretical developments and research in different areas of the discipline, such as interpersonal communication, organizational communication, mass communication, public relations, persuasion, etc.
I've been really happy with the grad program here. I mean, it was nice to be able to stick around after doing my undergrad here, so I'm just glad there was a program. But I've been really impressed from the start with how they trained us to teach, and the teaching's been a great experience, and I think, you know, something to put on my resume right there. I've just been really happy with everything they've been able to offer me.
On a national level, we rank very favorably. Certainly in the Midwest, we are probably the top master's program. There are others out there that are pretty good, but clearly we are one of the top programs in the Midwest and in the nation, in fact.
Students will choose between one of 4 different sequences. They can choose the radio sequence, obviously, study radio most heavily, television. Then there's one that is it's management, promotion, and sales sequence, and then there's an interactive media sequence. Most students will come in being very familiar with being on the radio or being on TV, and they've seen people do that, and they know someone's back there running a camera or doing some of the behind-the-scenes work, and that's often what people think of. They want to be in the movies, maybe even, or they want to do sports broadcasting. You know, there's the high-profile, fun-looking jobs. I'd like to say that our students, we really encourage them to get involved in some of the campus opportunities that we have. WZND Radio provides opportunities at all levels of radio station operation. It's a lab facility for students, and you don't have to be on air. There's lots of other opportunities in sales and promotion and management.
And it just opens up a lot of doors for you that normally you wouldn't be able to because you wouldn't have the connections that you would have not working at WZND. And it's the closest thing that we have to like a real radio station that we can work at just on campus, where you don't need any experience beforehand.
TV 10 News does a daily newscast. Not many universities provide that. Plus there's other television programs that are produced with Student Television Workshop. There's the documentary project where students can be involved in producing documentaries on social issues. Our students man the cameras and run a lot of the graphics and editing for the ISU sports, as well as for our local minor league and indoor league football teams. So you actually go to the games, run cameras, and it's what they see on the big screen is what our students are doing. A lot of real-world experience.
I was a mass communication major, and through the classes and all the great teachers I had, I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for the ISU School of Communication, which led me to the SID office, to WZND, the Daily Vedette, all the other opportunities I was able to be a part of was because of the School of Communication.